This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
To the Naseema Omer Show produced by Genesis Communication Network. I am Naseema Omer, the host of the Naseema Omer Show, and we have a very, very special broadcast today. I am going to interview Michelle Van Etten. Michelle, I got your name pronounced correctly this time. I know the last time I interviewed you, I wasn't pronouncing your last name correctly. I'm interviewing Michelle.
You rock.
I'm interviewing Michelle again today, and she is always a rock star in the eyes of my eyes and many others, particularly in the network marketing world. But she is back here again on my show, this time after speaking nationwide this month on the RNC. Michelle, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Naseema, for having me.
Yes, I am just so excited. When I saw that post at first appear, recognizing you as being such a successful small business owner is how they call it for network marketing business, and that you were invited to speak nationwide, address the nation in the RNC of 2016, July 20th, Wednesday in Cleveland, Ohio. I was just so thrilled. And, you know, I want to tell you on my show, Naseema Omer Show, as many of you know, that I kind of keep away the politics and keep away religion and lots of news things that are happening, simply because there's so many people and shows that give you all that breaking news and the current news and the political climate and one side versus the other and all the different views. But I like to bring you information and resources, so if you want to reach out for more, you know where to look for. So Michelle, tell me, how did this all come about? And before we start that, I want to give a little quick bio to everybody about you. You are a happily married lady with 2 beautiful children, and I've had the pleasure of knowing you for a few years now, being in the longevity network marketing world, as both of us being successful distributors, and we've spent a lot of time together on company cruises that we've worked so hard and earned well-deserved conventions, trainings, etc. And I so look forward to seeing you again shortly here within a couple of months in Salt Lake City, Utah. So Michelle, tell us, how did you come about to get invited to the RNC?
Okay, so I have to get a little political to be able to go through that. But
yeah.
Okay. Actually, it came about through Marissa Kenson and Collab. Mm-hmm. She was contacted by the Trump campaign because she knows the Trump campaign people, and they were getting ready to start the Businesswomen for Trump in California.
Okay.
And so she told me, she's like, you know what, you have the only studio outside of mine in California. You need to be here. So I flew in.
Wow. And, now, by studio, you mean the fashion studio or the business studio or your talk show studio?
My fashion studio.
Okay. All right. And Marissa Kenson, as maybe there are some who don't know who she is, so I'd like to just kind of recognize her as well. Marissa Kenson is a very prominent fashion designer who has partnered up with Longevity as well and has her own fashion line called Marissa MK Collab. I'm sorry. And Michelle, so you opened your own fashion studio, and we talked about that on our very first interview. I'll have to dig that out and post it as an archive. When I post this show on YouTube, you know, we'll be doing that as well after the show airs. And so tell us a little about this fashion shop that you have.
It's MV House of Style, and that's the same as the website. It's just MV is my name and House of Style. And what I have in here are most of all the different clothing line products that we have, the jewelry, from Longevity, I have the essential oils. I have some of our nutritionals, the makeup. It's a house, so there's different rooms and different things that you can see throughout the whole place.
Oh, I love the pictures and what you've done with it. And I remember we talked last time about you actually doing projects with your daughter on the tiling and the breaking and the putting all that. You fixed it up beautifully, beautifully. And yeah, MK Collab items and jewelry and everything you just mentioned are just amazing. They're quality, quality, and quality. So, okay, so you get invited by Marissa Kenson. You fly down to California. What happens next?
I fly to California. There's about 140 women who are part of the California group. And somehow, out of all those people who were, asked questions or whatever, Kimberlyn and myself were quoted in the paper. Mm-hmm. And I think that started the vetting process. So then they just started to check out who we were and see what we were doing. And so 9 days before the convention, I get that call.
Wow. What was your reaction when you got that call, Michelle? Was it in the morning? Was it in the afternoon? What were you doing when you got that call?
It was 9 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't answer it because I was on another line, so all I saw was a number. So I had to go and get on my phone, right? And the phone messages is, this is the RNC, and we really love to talk to you. And can you get back with us right away?
Wow.
Like, wow.
Okay. And so you had to quickly put together not only your speech. I mean, you are a speaker, whether you give impromptu speeches or, prepared speeches. But did you have to kind of decide, like, what you're going to wear, what are you going to say, how you're going to get your hair done? I know you love fashion, and that's why I'm kind of going into that.
What was I going to wear? First of all, when I called back and they told me, would you like to speak? I was thinking maybe they were having a women's event and they were picking a few of the women from the different Trump women's events. And that's where I was going to be speaking, right? To the women of Trump's,
for the business group. For the business group.
So it wasn't until it was 9 days when it started. It wasn't until about 5 days in that I realized, no. I'm speaking at the RNC.
Oh, my goodness. And what did Jim say? Jim is her hubby.
He's like, way to go, darling.
Oh, my goodness. You rock. You've got such an awesome support with your family and network of the network marketers and your teams and other areas of your, previous work and prospects and everything. So that is amazing. You did a wonderful, wonderful job. It was just so enlightening. And I love listening to you, Michelle. And your story of the circus. Oh, my gosh. How cool is that? You had the brains. You popped out with all the brains, Michelle.
I just popped out with an entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah,
I mean,
you did.
Seriously, I mean, there were so many things I did as a child to earn money, way before it was ever necessary to need money. From hosting, we hosted our circuses. I sold wreaths to the neighbors at Christmas time. I used to get off the bus at school in 6th grade, go across the street, pick up all the candy I wanted, because I could buy it for 5 cents and sell it for 25.
Wow. For the convenience, you were offering a service.
I was offering a service at a very nice place.
Exactly. Now, how big of a family size do you come from? How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 brothers, and they're both younger than me.
Okay. And so you tried different businesses and different network marketing companies, and in your speech you've also said that you were a stay-at-home mom, and then you realized, it's time to start dreaming again. Can you kind of touch on that aspect a little bit?
3 out of 4 people don't dream anymore. Once they hit, I think it's about 21 is around where they stop dreaming. You might be a little bit later than that. It's usually after college, and they thought that once they went to college and got their degree, that life was going to open up for them and that everything was going to be perfect. And what they're realizing is that, oh my goodness, now I'm in a job, now I have bills, now I have responsibilities, and they just get into the day-to-day. Well, as things continue, a lot of we can go with generations, the baby boomers, they did what they were supposed to do. They went to college. They worked for 30 years, some of them 28, because when those younger kids came in, now they don't have to pay retirement, so they can let people go sooner. And now they're bored. Right? So you've got them. You've got the millennials. Well, the Y generation, mine. We're kind of in between. Right. I don't take 100 texts a day like the millennials do. I buy some of my stuff online because I'm right on that edge. Right. But I still like to go to the store and feel it and see it and, get a feeling for what it is that I'm purchasing. Whereas the next generation, the millennials, they've grown up where YouTube people were making $1 million a year. And Snapchat, as I call it, Snappy Chat, because it doesn't make any sense to me. It's 10 seconds and it's just a small little, we won't go there. But they've also grown up with Twitter and Instagram. And so their life is a social circle that they've created where they have influence. Right. And they also see the power of being their own boss. And they want it now. They don't want to wait. They don't have the patience. And not all. I'm just saying many do not have the patience to wait. And even if they go to college, their goal is to only work for a couple of years to save up the money to be their own boss.
To be their own boss. Exactly. You have nailed it on the nail. I mean, right on the head. For most, that's exactly true. All the youngsters in particular, they want it and they want it now. They do emphasize and acknowledge the importance of education, formal education, but they also know that they don't want to work for somebody. Most of them, like you said. So, so with your own children, you're promoting that spirit, right? And you started dreaming. Conscious dreaming is what we're talking about. Right? So you encourage that in your family. I know you do, and I've heard you on air in your interviews. And I saw a post that you've already had like 4 or 5 interviews on just radio programs already. 14. Oh, my gosh. I didn't see the one. I just saw the 14. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing.
So this is my 4th in 3 days.
Wow. That's amazing. So dreaming is very, very important. I agree with you, And so you came back to dreaming. Is that when you went out? And you know what I love about you, Michelle? One of the things I love about you is it's okay to fall, but get back up and keep going. I hear that music again, and we'll be right back after this break to see how Michelle steps into the business world as far as practicing business.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
Are you worried about your mom or dad living alone in their house? Hi, I'm Joan London. Listen, I know how difficult it is to find senior care for someone you love. That's why I recommend a free service called A Place for Mom. They are the nation's largest senior living referral service. Call A Place for Mom today.
To receive free information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-704-6182.
A Place for Mom offers free one-on-one advice from local advisors and a personalized list of senior living communities you can visit. If you have questions about senior care for your mom or dad, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
Call A Place for Mom in the next 10 minutes to get your free ebook on financing senior care as well as free information on senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-704-6182. That's 1-800-704-6182.
Attention backpackers on a budget. Why spend $80 to $300 to pump clean survival water? Introducing the Viva Water Pump Kit from Viva Outdoor Products. Super easy to use and super lightweight at only 6.5 ounces, the Viva Water Pump Kit provides high flow rate at 1 ounce per stroke, can be one-hand pumped, and is dependable and affordable at only $24.99. Filter not included. Get your Viva Water Pump Kit at VIBA-ODP.com from Viva Outdoor Products.
As a doctor, I see patients every day who are losing their vision to age-related macular degeneration, also known as AMD. If you have blurry vision or blind spots, they can be symptoms of AMD, and if untreated, could lead to blindness. The good news, AMD can be managed with effective clinically approved treatments that may reverse some vision loss. For free AMD information, contact the Foundation Fighting Blindness at 1-800-BLINDNESS. That's 1-800-BLINDNESS. There is a cure in sight.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Injury Help Desk is responsible for this advertisement. Principal office, Las Vegas, Nevada. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention prescription antibiotic drug users. Have you or a loved one suffered an aortic dissection, aortic aneurysm, or abdominal aortic aneurysm after taking the prescription antibiotic drugs Levaquin or Avelox? These popular antibiotic drugs have been prescribed more than 80 million times since 2004, and medical studies show an increased risk of the following injuries: aortic dissection, aortic aneurysm, and abdominal aortic aneurysm. If you or a loved one used the prescription antibiotic drugs Levaquin or Avelox and suffered from aortic dissection, aortic aneurysm, or abdominal aortic aneurysm, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Act now. Time is limited to file a claim. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. For a free consultation and free information, call Injury Help Desk at 800-823-3851. 800-823-3851. 800-823-3851. Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pileski of the Pileski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
Of today's show, the Naseema Omer Show. My name is Naseema Omer, and I am your host, and I have a very special guest that I'm interviewing and having a great conversation with, Michelle Van Etten, who was recently invited to speak, and what a great job she did representing the women in business, speaking on July 20th. She spoke on July the 20th, Wednesday at the RNC here in Cleveland, Ohio. In Cleveland, Ohio. I am here in Burnsville, Minnesota. My tongue is getting all twisted up. If you missed the show, I would like to hear it again. You can always catch the archives by going to NaseemaOmer.com or to GCNlive.com. That's GCN for Genesis Communication Network, live.com. Find the show Naseema Omer and enjoy listening to the archives on demand and, of course, live shows that come on every Saturday and Sunday for an hour from 1 to 2 Central Standard Time. After the show is aired, you can also catch the show on YouTube channel called The Naseema Omer Show. Welcome back, Michelle. Just before we went on break, you were talking about the importance of dream, and I kind of want to know how you got about out there to step into the business world, network marketing world. And I must say, you have already made it into a book, The Greatest Networkers in the World. And I enjoyed reading your chapter. It starts on page 125. And so I do realize that, and you have shared with so many nationwide as well, that one of your dreams was, you wanted to look like Barbie. And you are a beautiful Barbie, may I add, and you drive a beautiful, beautiful car right now. So tell us, how did you step back into the world after being a stay-at-home mom?
Okay, as a stay-at-home mom, I taught scrapbooking all over the world. I designed ceiling fans and created 1,500 of them. I always had a need to do something.
Okay.
Something had to be going on at all times. Like I said, I taught scrapbooking all over the world. So I was able to travel and do things. But I got to the top of that, was published 100 times, and I kind of got bored. And so the boredom was kicking in. I was getting ready to go to my 20-year high school reunion. I decided to check out, you scope out the competition. It's one of those things. You just have to see how everybody else is doing. So I decided to check it out. And the girls I went to school with, they looked like Barbie and they were driving BMWs. And I was sitting there going, I'm traveling and doing a lot of things, but I don't look like Barbie and drive a BMW. I want to know what's in the water. So that was kind of my whole thing, is I wanted to know what was in the water, being a researcher that I am. I'm 30 pounds overweight. I drove a minivan. And I was at home with my kids, which is why I did all the jobs that I did, to make sure I could stay home with them. But I was starting to need something more. And the idea of the BMW, I was like, wow, that's a really cool car. I want one of those one day. And so I decided to take a leap of faith and try the network marketing business. And I thought, you know what? I'm not doing very good at this. First party, nobody shows. Second party, nobody shows. But I told my kids we were going to be rich and we were going to have a BMW. So when I told them that and I said, yeah, we're going to be rich and we're going to have a BMW, I had to make sure that I did what I was supposed to do. Because if I let them down, I'm showing them that dreams. So my why became, I wanted to make sure that my children never believe there was a dream bigger than they are. And so if I failed at something, I was proving to them there was a dream bigger than me. And I was never going to let that happen. So I just learned how to fail forward. And I failed forward, and I read a lot of books, and I started to become the person that I wanted to be around and to have in my business. I guess I call it leveling up.
Yep. I couldn't agree with you more, Michelle. I mean, hard work. That's not what you have been describing is not easy. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of motivation, a lot of pep talk to yourself, rising up every day and starting new or starting with new steps or new plans, etc. It takes a lot of work. And you know what? Hard work pays off, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. And you're right. You need to have a reason. And you can revise your reasons and have more than one whys. But you had a fantastic why that was your driving force that kept you going and kept you going. And you've accomplished a lot. So what are some of your new goals?
Yeah, I had to up-level my why.
You love that music or what, Michelle? I do. I hear that music back, and that means that we will be back after a quick short break, and Michelle will go into...
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX or my website, danpilla.com.
There is an affordable alternative to the high cost of healthcare that offers freedom from insurance while providing compliance with the Obamacare individual mandate. Imagine having access to quality, affordable healthcare that allows you the freedom to choose your doctor and hospital. Members can share up to 100% of necessary medical expenses, including some alternative treatments. Find out how you and your family can contain healthcare costs without giving up your freedom. Go to libertyoncall.org. That's libertyoncall.org.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
My computer is so slow, it's making me crazy.
I used to have that problem.
Did you quit using the computer, or did you buy a new one?
No, I called Geeks On Site. They made an appointment to visit my home and showed up the same day.
You mean they didn't ask you to bring your computer to a shop? That's what happened when I called a support company.
Geeks On Site can go to your home or business or even repair your computer online. They have 24/7 emergency service.
If you're having problems with your PC or Mac, call Geeks On Site, 1-800-591-1682. Our friendly certified computer repair experts are available 24/7. Call now for a free diagnosis, 1-800-591-1682. Data recovery, virus removal, and maintenance for all laptops, desktops, printers, and networks. That's Geeks On Site for friendly certified computer repair experts, available 24/7 over the phone or in your home or business. Just call 1-800-591-1682. That's 1-800-591-1682, 1-800-591-1682.
Dangerous blood clot device alert. If you or a loved one had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to your heart or lungs and suffered an injury, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, and even death. These dangerous blood clot devices can break, and the metal fragments can travel to your heart or lungs, causing serious injuries. If you or a loved one suffered organ damage or other injuries from an IVC filter, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Act now. Time is limited to file a claim. For a free consultation and free information, call Injury Help Desk at 800-478-1507. 800-478-1507. 800-478-1507. This is an advertisement. Paid non-attorney spokesperson. InjuryHelpDesk.com is responsible for this advertisement. Principal office, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep REM sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry my pillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. You can buy one of my pillows and get one absolutely free.
Go to MyPillow.com or call 800-870-0305 and use promo code GCN. That's MyPillow.com or 800-870-0305 with promo code GCN.
To the Naseema Omer Show. I am talking with Michelle Van Etten, a star. She was always a star, and her most recent star performance was at the RNC Talk nationwide on July 20th in Cleveland, Ohio. Michelle is a network marketer, a very successful one, and I've had the honor and pleasure of spending a lot of time with her, including our working vacations, as we call them, because we never stop working when you have a business mind, really. Welcome back, Michelle. I can't wait to hear what your new level ups are, as you call them?
My new level ups, well, they've been going on and on for a while now. So at the beginning of the year, or actually October of last year, my next level up was I wanted to pay off my husband's truck. And I did that January 28th of this year. My next level up is credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all have them.
Yeah.
I don't want them.
Yeah.
So we've started to pay those down.
Excellent.
And the most recent level up is I want to have a house on the water. So that's what I'm working towards.
Make sure it has a guest room with my name on it.
Of course, Naseema. You're always welcome, honey.
Sorry to interrupt you there. Go on, Michelle.
No worries. Along the way, before we get the house on the water, we'll have everything else taken care of. But my goal, one of my big ones, is building a fashion force in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now, I won't talk about politics, but I'll just say for the next 100 days, I'm going to be very busy.
Yes, I do realize that. And good for you for, going after what you are truly passionate about and what you believe in and what you stand for, Michelle, And people may stand for whatever their passion is, as long as it's good and it's for a good cause and the good of everybody, primarily yourself, go for it. Like you said, we have to dream. We have to believe it's possible and go for it. Otherwise, we'd all be just sitting on our butts doing nothing, right? So that is fantastic. Your goals, your level ups, they're all realistic, which makes a big difference. People need to have realistic goals. And you also had mentioned something else is, you started reading a lot of books and doing things, trying to be who you wanted to be till you became who you wanted to be, so to say. And so it's very important to constantly grow. It's not just that you go through the formal education and then that's it, get your degree or certificate or whatever, vocational training or whatever skill set or talent. In network marketing in particular, what I have learned is that they encourage you to be the best person you can be. It's not just all about sales. It's about your personal growth, building relations, connecting with others, and above all, helping others. And if the person is there to put in that hard work, dedication, then, you will succeed if you try hard enough. And if you don't try hard enough, then the reason why you haven't succeeded is how I look at it. So, Michelle, I know you're going to be very, very busy for the next 100 years, but I am still going to see you in September at the Utah Convention for Longevity. So, it's interesting how I know when I started Longevity, being an independent distributor, it was 6+ some years ago, and we didn't have half as many categories of all these different products. And so it's, I have to brag about the company I work for. It's just full of integrity, truly believes in helping people. And if you put in the work, you can make it happen. We, as you mentioned, we have fashion, jewelry, essential oils. We even have pet products, supplements, you name it. Many, many different services. Michelle, do you want to give out your boutique's website again, please?
Yes, it's MV, M as in Michelle, V as in Van Etten, so it's mvhouseofstyle.com.
Mm-hmm. And you were actually in the runway in California with Marissa Kenson as well when they had that special event.
I was on the LA runway, which was really cool because it was the first time that normal people, not models, were allowed on the runway for the LA Fashion Week.
That was huge. Is there another one planned or something similar to that?
They do it every year, so we're trying to see when the next one's going to be.
Okay.
I mean, it's every year. I don't know if they're going to if they're going to invite all of us back or not. I got to tell you, it was really hot.
Oh, was it?
Really, really hot.
With the lights and makeup, or? Oh.
No, we were in Union Station. So Union Station is not air conditioned.
Oh, no.
And it was like 100 plus degrees out.
Oh, no.
Everybody was, but you know what? It was an amazing experience. It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say about dreams.
Yeah.
One of my girlfriends was telling me, her name's Maggie Lamar. She's awesome. If anybody needs any Pinterest information, she's the bomb. But when I was talking to her, she did a survey in October last year and asked me some questions like, what was my number one goal for 2016? And my number one goal was I wanted to stand on a big stage and give a presentation in front of a lot of people who have massive influence.
Mm-hmm. And you accomplished it twofold, more than twofold. Thousandfold.
So when you talk about something, it's one thing to talk about it. And what I tell people, a dream is just a dream, so you write it down, and then it becomes a goal.
Yeah.
So since she wrote it down, it was no longer just a dream, even though I didn't write it down. She had written it down as part of what I was saying.
That's fascinating. That's fascinating. And you know, something on a little scale, on a day-to-day thing, is I love to write little lists, right? And so I have changed the name of my to-do lists to now be called action lists, daily action lists. Because a to-do can be there and subliminally it'll be, I have to do it. You may prioritize it and stuff. But for me, what works is to call it an action list, and then it gets done. And I love putting check marks. I love putting check marks by list. Do you use lists, Michelle?
I have a wall-size whiteboard.
Cool.
And I love being able to cross something out. So, yes, I use lists all day long. Mm-hmm. I'm still very disorganized. I can't keep up with everything at one time, and I'm not the best at remembering what I'm supposed to do. I'm actually going to be hiring somebody to help me with that because,
It's a lot. It's because you're doing a lot of stuff. You know, I am the same way. People sometimes come to me and say, Naseema, how can you be so organized? I'm like, I really am not as organized as I'd like to be. And I think the thing is because you have big, huge dreams, and I have dreams too, and I hope to have bigger dreams. You've really inspired and motivated me to dream even bigger, Michelle, honestly. You've inspired so many people. You really have. But I'll just blame it on our file cabinets being too full in our head right now. You know, so, yeah. It's okay. Right? And you're taking a measure
for
it.
Some of the ones you don't need.
Yeah.
And add in some of the files you do.
Exactly. Delete buttons come into play. That's true. I love it. What else can we talk about?
That's something I've had to learn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You really have to do that. You've got to, there's so many things, especially in networking, that people do on a day-to-day basis that they don't need to be doing. Mm-hmm. Your action steps need to be what's going to be your money-making activities.
Right. Absolutely. We could be busy by just doing busy work, but really is that busy work accomplishing anything, or could it be a task that you could have left undone and it would have been totally fine? Yes. Very valuable point there, Michelle. Very valuable.
My action list has to have an ROI.
You know, we only have
return on investment.
Return on investment, we only have 24 hours, and how many times do we hear people say, if only we had 1 extra hour or a few extra minutes a day? Well, we all know that's not going to happen. So we just restructure things, and I love how you said it. Do things that have an ROI. Why not? Whether it's on a personal level, professional level, financial level, emotional level, you name it, it'll apply anywhere. Yeah. So, Michelle, how about we get Marissa Kenson one day and you together and we talk more details about fashion?
That sounds like a plan.
I think that would be awesome. Now, tell us a little about the makeup. Do you have makeup in your boutique as well?
Yeah, I do. We have the makeup in the boutique, and one thing about our makeup is that it's toxic-free. Mm-hmm. And that's really nice because it's mineral makeup, and my face breaks out so easily, and I need something that actually protects my face instead of having, I can't put the junk on my face.
Right.
I think somebody said that over a year we put 10,000 chemicals on our body.
And it only takes a few seconds for whatever you apply topically to be in your bloodstream, essentially. Yeah. And so it's very, very important to, take two. Most people don't care about what ingredients are in the constitution of their makeup, what they apply, because they say, oh, it's just topical. But, yeah, we know that it will enter your body, and your body is going to fight harder to remove toxins if they can be removed. Otherwise, they just pile up somewhere in your body, and you don't want that. And the makeup is so light, and it has great coverage. I'm just thinking of that Union Station when you all ladies and everyone are all dressed up beautifully to walk in this runway in this hot, hot situation. How did the makeup hold up there?
We did not use the makeup there.
Okay.
I'm sorry. They had a makeup artist there.
Oh, there was a special makeup artist there. Okay. Yeah. So she had to do some quick touch-ups, perhaps, and stuff, because you all looked great. You all on that Periscope. It was out on Periscope as well. And I hear that music again. Thank you so much, Michelle, for being on the show today, and I look forward to interviewing you again, along with Marissa Kenson, and seeing you in person at Salt Lake City in Utah.
Thank you, Naseema, for having me, and I look forward to seeing you too.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks to all the listeners. Share the files. Enjoy.
Today, how to incorporate your business in just 10 minutes so you won't lose everything if you get sued. Step 1, stop putting it off. If you're not incorporated and someone sues your business tomorrow, it's not just your business at risk. You can lose everything: your home, your car, even your life savings. Step 2, call the following number for a free 10-minute incorporation guide from Incorporate.com. 1-800-941-5257. They don't provide legal or financial advice. They just make incorporating quick and easy. So you can incorporate or form an LLC in just 10 minutes. That number again is 1-800-941-5257. Step 3, congratulate yourself. By taking just 10 minutes to incorporate your business or form an LLC, you protected your home, your car, and your life savings. And that is how you incorporate your business in just 10 minutes. But hurry while they're still giving away these 10-minute incorporation guides for free. Call 1-800-941-5257. That's 1-800-941-5257.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow. And like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat. I would flip-flop all night long. I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep REM sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry my pillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. You can buy one of my pillows and get one absolutely free.
Go to MyPillow.com or call 800-870-0305 and use promo code GCN. That's MyPillow.com or 800-870-0305 with promo code GCN.
Today, I became a biophoton woman. I put a tablespoon of the Andreas 5-seed oil in my morning One World Way drink and was still happy and energized at 3 p.m. Normally, I feel tired and spacey at the end of the day, but today I felt energy and very clear. My friend at the farmer's market asked what I was on. She said my eyes looked bright and I had unusual energy for that time of afternoon. I told her there was a magical oil that enabled my body to absorb the sun's energy as if I were a plant. She said, I want some. A second One World Way shake with the oil when I got home took me to bedtime with that wonderful, abundant energy. I couldn't believe how much I got done and how great I felt. The combination of One World Way and 5-seed oil produced a significant health event in my life, the kind that makes you feel you've been given your life back with a bonus, and I'm 64.
5 seed oil in One World Way. For your fantastic health, call 888-988-3325 or visit sacredseedoils.com.
Water is the single most important thing your body needs, so you want to be sure it's the best for you and your family. Since 2005, thousands have depended on Berkey purified water. The Berkey Guy provides the lowest priced filtration systems in every size for incredibly delicious water now and in an emergency. Get to GoBerkey.com or call 877-886-3653. 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com.
If you're considering going back to school, ask yourself the following questions. Do you need the flexibility to take classes on your schedule? Do you have college credits you need transferred? Do you want to earn a quality degree from a world-renowned university? If you answered yes to any of these questions, Arizona State University is the perfect school for you. Arizona State University offers over 100 highly ranked degree programs 100% online. You'll earn the same degree as you would on campus, from wherever you are, on your schedule. Plus, ASU Online accepts most transfer credits. For information, call 1-800-933-1430. Learn for yourself why the Wall Street Journal ranks ASU 5th in the nation for producing the best qualified graduates, and why 90% of ASU grads are recruited within 90 days of graduation. Learn to grow, learn to succeed, and learn to thrive at Arizona State University. To learn more about ASU online degrees, call 1-800-933-1430. That's 1-800-933-1430.
So you've got to take a state construction license exam or certification. Can't decide on what books or what chapters to study? Discover right now how you can eliminate unnecessary books and wasted study time. At contractorexam.com, our study materials zero in on state-required test topics in an effective, multiple-choice format. So whether you're a plumber, electrician, general contractor, or other construction-related trade, contractorexam.com will help get you prepared. Visit us at www.contractorexam.com today.
Thank you for listening to the Naseema Omer Show. This is Naseema Omer, your host, and I thought the program was done because time flies when we're having fun, and I was reminded that I have a few more minutes. So welcome back. I want to let you know that I read about Michelle Van Etten in The Greatest Networkers in the World, a book authored by John Milton Fogg. So for those of you who'd like to know a little more about her and other strong, successful network marketers, and it's not that you necessarily need to be a network marketer. It could be looked at as your own personal development or enrichment that could be applied in any aspect of your life or lifestyle. When I look at these educational pieces and great speakers like Michelle Van Etten, who has shared her life and her story and her goals and her dreams with the nation, so to say. And she was not afraid to say that, she realized she was a little overweight and she had to do something about it, and she's lost all that weight. She got into the fashion, which was a dream, along with many other goals. She retired a husband. Her kids are homeschooled at home by her husband. She's always been busy and has done so much and so much. And that takes a lot. That takes a lot of a person to bring that all out. There is a story, but I'm so thankful for people like that and Michelle, because we learn from it. At least those of us who choose to learn from those experiences of others, so that we can better ourselves or be guided better. Kudos to you all. And as you know, I too am a network marketer, a successful longevity independent distributor like Michelle Van Etten. I do not have a fashion store, so I encourage you to visit Michelle's fashion store online. And I do have my own online shop for primarily longevity products, supplements, and more. And that is on NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com. If you have questions after the show and you'd like to reach out to me, drop me a note and I will get back to you as soon as I can, or email me at radio@rnc.org. at NaseemaOmer.com. I am very excited. I mentioned Salt Lake City, Utah several times here. And the reason I'm so excited about that, as Michelle was too, is because there's a huge longevity convention, a training camp, a gathering put together by Corporate Longevity in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I love Salt Lake City, Utah. It's a beautiful landscape, mountains, mines, and there's so much more. I'm very excited because I'm going to have a mine tour over there as well this time to see exactly where those yummy minerals come from that are so good and for our nutrition and to be in our supplements. If you are interested in knowing more on the network marketing opportunity, please contact me. You can do that too by going to NaseemaOmer.com. So I am always looking for business builders, and keep in mind that it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, but if you want to get started in that area, I can definitely get information out to you, or you can look up at the information by going to NaseemaOmer.com. That's N as in Nancy, A as in Apple, S as in Sam, E as in Edward, E as in Edward, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, Omer, OMER.com, or to GCNlive.com. Thank you for listening in to today's show. Do share it with your friends and family and catch my YouTube channel, The Naseema Omer Show. Thank you.
over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey guy.
This is Rick Ossick, president of Famous Footwear. Our company is working together with the March of Dimes through March for Babies to raise money and awareness about the serious problem of premature birth in the U.S. As a business leader, I know that babies born very sick or too soon cost businesses billions of dollars each year, in addition to the emotional stress on employees and their families. That's why Famous Footwear is committed to raising funds to improve the health of moms and babies everywhere. Won't you please join us in the March for Babies? Start a team today at marchforbabies.org.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.